My name is David. I'm a native speaker of American English, and today in this video I would like to help you practice some of the questions in the MHM situational tests. Okay, and you may notice that I have changed a few words from the original test just to make it sound a bit more natural. Okay, let's start with number 1. Your son has just moved to a new school, which he must attend at least for a semester. And on the first day of school, he telephones you to say that he is very lonely since he doesn't have any friends. You're trying to comfort him and you say, A, I can't bear your ridiculous complaints anymore. B, boys don't cry, my courageous son. Be strong. C, have you tried talking to anyone yet? D, the first days at a new school are always like that. Don't worry, you will make friends as time passes. I believe in you. Or E, if you don't like that school, we can transfer you right away. So the correct answer is D, because in D, you are saying the first days at a new school are always like that. Don't worry, you will make friends as time passes. I believe in you. In the situation, you are directed to comfort him. Okay, and in D, you are comforting him. You are encouraging him, telling him to give it some time. Okay, number 2. You have a student who is in her last year of high school. This year she's going to graduate, and she wanted some help from you regarding her future job choice. She likes to work on her own, and she's interested in ideas. She likes to be free, and she's fond of reading. While counseling her, you say, A, if I were you, I would be a model. You're certainly beautiful enough. B, I see you want to be the center of attention. C, in my opinion, an acting job, like being a movie star, would suit you best. D, why do you ask such superficial questions and waste my time? E, I think you could be a prominent writer one day. What do you think? The correct answer is E. E. Because being a writer will match the characteristics given in the situation. Fond of reading, likes to be free, likes to work on her own. She's interested in ideas. The other options do not match. Okay, so E is the correct answer. Number 3. Your friend has some problems with her boyfriend. She constantly complains that her boyfriend always brings his best friend with him, and so they can never go out alone, and she feels sad about this. You want to assist her, and you say, A, how jealous you are. Why do you keep complaining to him? B, give him up and find another boyfriend. C, get revenge by taking your own friends on dates. D, is his best friend a girl or a boy? E, in my opinion, you must talk to him and explain that you want to be alone with him. So here the correct answer, the best answer, would be E. Because in E, you are giving good advice. You're assisting your friend by saying you have to talk to him. Take some time to talk to him. Explain that you want to be alone with him. The other options are not helpful. They're all bad advice and not helping the situation. Next is number 4. When you're in a hurry preparing to leave for work, a nice university student knocks at your door and asks you to participate in his social research for his graduation thesis. You check the time and realize that you are about to miss the train to be at work on time. You don't want to offend him, but reject his request by saying, A, oh, please come in. I'm always glad to be part of such studies. B, I can answer your questions if it's only a few minutes. C, oh, I've already missed the train anyway. How can I help you? D, can't you see I'm in a hurry? I don't want to be late for work. Piss off. E, I'm afraid I can't help you now. I'm late for work. Come by some other time. Okay, the correct answer will be E, because in the situation you don't want to offend him, but you want to reject his request. So in E, you are rejecting his request, but you are also being polite, explaining you're late for work. Come by some other time. You're giving him another opportunity to do his research. Okay, so E is the best answer. Number 5. Your cousin thinks he's got a terrible problem. He's got some spots on his face, and because of this, he doesn't want to go out. You want to tell him that it's a minor problem, and he shouldn't care about it that much. You say, A, if I were you, I would kill myself. B, everyone laughs at you when you go to school. C, it's just acne and it's normal, so just calm down. D, I've got spots too and I just ignore them. E, you'd better see a doctor at once. You probably have a contagious disease. Okay, so first of all, A and E you should never say to anybody ever, right? Never a good idea. Okay, the best answer, I think, is C. It's just acne and it's normal, so just calm down. Okay, because in C you are telling him that it's a minor problem, as it says in the situation, and it's not worth caring about that much. Just calm down. No big deal, as we say. Okay, next is number 6. Your nephew has been seeing a girl for a long time, but your aunt doesn't like her, and she doesn't approve of this relationship. Now your nephew and his girlfriend meet each other in secret. Your nephew wants some useful advice from you concerning their situation. You want to show him the right way, and you say, A, meeting in secret will only make the problem worse, so go and ask your mom why she doesn't like your girlfriend. B, keep it up. I admire you for being able to keep your love a secret. C, she's too young for you. D, you care too much. Try to relax and rest for a few days. E, why don't you go for a holiday to have some peace? So here the correct answer will be A, right? Because you're giving some useful advice there. You're encouraging your nephew to go and talk about it with his mom. And, you know, it's almost always the best thing to encourage someone to talk about it, the problem. And the others are not good advice, or they're questions and it's not helpful. The next one is number 7. One of your friends wants you to give him a suggestion about where to go for his summer holiday. You spent your last summer enjoying yourself in Alanya. So you say to him, A, would you like to go somewhere crowded or peaceful? B, I think you would have a marvelous time in Alanya. C, I'm not the right person to give you good suggestions about this because the only place I have seen, aside from my hometown, is Ankara. D, go to the airport and board the first plane you can find. That's a good idea, right? E, why don't you join me on my trip to Antalya and Alanya? Okay, so probably you know the best answer here is B. I think you would have a marvelous time in Alanya because he wants a suggestion on where to go. So you're giving him a suggestion. All the other options are not suitable. Not good advice or asking a question, which is not what is requested in the situation. Next, number 8. Your brother has been listening to music loudly in his room for at least 3 hours. You can't bear the noise anymore, and you're worried about the possible bad reaction of the neighbors. So you come in his room and say to him in an ironic way, A, our tastes in music are totally different from each other, aren't they? B, if you go on listening like that, our neighbors will be thankful to us for this free disco party. C, I can't understand the way you're having fun on your own listening to this terrible music. D, Turn the music down or our mother will come and yell at you. E. Keep listening to music loudly when you get in a bad mood. It helps you relax. Okay, so the best answer here will be B. Letter B. If you go on listening like that, our neighbors will be thankful to us for this free disco party. Is there really a free disco party? No, you're speaking in an ironic way as it directs you in the situation. This is the only option where you are speaking in an ironic way and trying to get him to stop what he's doing. Okay, next. 9. You're a teacher of English and you have observed that one of your students has been falling asleep in your classes lately. You know that he is a hard-working and attentive student. You don't know what has been going on with him, but you have an idea that there might be a problem with his sleeping at night. You want to be sure before doing anything and ask him during break time. A. If you continue sleeping in your classes or not studying enough, I'm sure that you will fail most of your classes. Do you agree? B. Let's go to the cafeteria and talk a bit, shall we? C. I'm very annoyed about your constant sleeping while I'm teaching in the classroom. What's the problem? D. Don't you know that D. Don't you know that you can be punished if one of the teachers notices that you are sleeping in class? E. I think you are having difficulty sleeping at night. I saw you sleep in my class. Why don't you let me know what's going on with you? So here the best answer would be E, because you want to find out before doing anything what the situation is with the student. So you're asking a question. E, you are telling him that you're concerned and what you think the problem is, and asking him to let you know what's going on. This is the best answer. The others are, again, not helpful or do not match the situation well. Okay, next we have number 10. Mary was rather sad for a long time because of her physical appearance. She had always eaten much more than anybody of her age. Last year she decided to lose weight, and she started to visit a dietitian. After a few weeks she stopped eating so much. And you saw her at a party last week. She'd gotten thinner and more fit in appearance. You want to compliment her. A. Can I have your doctor's phone number? B. Do I look as thin as you? C. How did you dare to do such a thing? D. How silly you look today. E. How nice to see you so happy today, and you look great. So here the best answer would be E, because it says you want to compliment her. You noticed her change in appearance and you want to compliment her. So E is the only one that fits. So nice to see you happy today and you look great. You're complimenting her physical appearance. Next we have number 11. You've just arrived at the hotel where you'll spend your whole vacation. As soon as you enter the reception area, you see that everything is dirty and dusty, and nobody helps you carry the luggage. You get angry and say to the receptionist, A. I'm really overjoyed to see that the surroundings are so neat and tidy. B. I'm very set on staying in this hotel. C. I'm apprehensive about your hotel's future. Is there anything I can do for you? D. I fear that I've created a bad impression by arriving late. E. I'm afraid I have a complaint to make about your hotel. Okay, so here the best answer, of course, is E. I'm afraid I have a complaint to make about your hotel. You're angry about the situation in the hotel, right? And you want to say something to the receptionist to try to express your anger and maybe get the situation corrected. So E is the only one that fits. And our last one for this video, 12. On your way to London, you have a flat tire. This is the first time you've faced such a problem, and you don't know what to do. You stop a car and say, A. You look very tired. B. I think my car has an engine problem. Can you check it? C. I can repair it, but you should wait for a while. D. I was wondering if you could give me a hand. E. How about stopping and checking your car out? Okay. This one I think is somewhat easy. The correct answer, of course, is D. I was wondering if you could give me a hand. How do we know it's D? Because it's a flat tire, you don't know what to do, and you want to be polite to the driver, right? So you say, I was wondering if you could give me a hand. Give me a hand, of course, is an idiom meaning to help me. The other options talk about engine problems or talk about the car of the driver you stopped, so none of them are appropriate. Only D is appropriate. Okay, everyone. Thank you for your attention. I hope this was helpful. If you have any suggestions for future videos, how to make them more helpful, please let me know. Thank you and goodbye.